morning.
Good morning.
From
The
the
Adventurous Grannies. Where are we, Susie?
We're at Sisters, Oregon.
Two sisters here. We're going to give our last video for this adventure we're on.
Yep.
And hey, Susan,
What?
what did you think was one of your more exciting things we did on our trip?
Well, let's see. I'd have to say going through the redwood forest was one of the most exciting for me. I could not believe how tall those trees were, and you don't really know it, like I said before, till you get right up close to them.
Is there anything else that you think was really exciting during this
You're
trip?
going to think this is silly, but I love seeing Lucy run through the desert chasing rabbits when we were down there at Desert Hot Springs. I've never seen Lucy run so fast and be so excited and be a pure dog instead of a human like she thinks she is. It was really great. And yeah, Linda, what else did you like?
Well, you know what I loved of our adventure was the diversity of our trip.
That's true.
Because we saw huge giant trees on the Oregon coast.
Yep.
We were down in the desert, in Desert Hot Springs, and wow, we got to enjoy the mineral hot springs in
Yes.
hot tubs and swimming pools every day for that first month.
Yes, it was wonderful.
And then we boondocked the whole time. Can you believe that?
Well, we didn't when we were at Hot Springs, but all the other times we boondocked. We said, oh, we don't think we really want to do that. But you know what? Being out in the quiet, away from everybody else, it was quite an experience. And of course, we were right out in nature.
We loved that more than we couldn't believe. We thought we would stay in another resort when we went to
Right.
Arizona.
Right.
And we had told Brian, no way, we don't
We don't
want a
wanna
boondock. Sit down, Lucy, sit down, girl. Sit down. But that's what we did all the rest of our trip because we enjoyed actually camping out in a nature area.
Yes, that was the pleasant part. Waking up, looking out the window and seeing you're right there in Mother Nature, and it was gorgeous. Every view was different. When we came back through, after we went to what was that?
Well, are you going to let me tell what I liked more?
Well, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So what I loved was coming home through Nevada instead of taking I-5. I'm not a great fan of I-5. It gets rather tedious. Boring, tedious. But I loved the trip the whole time. The highway was great. We moved along real fast. And
What else did you like about it?
well, you know what? Well, did you love the cold that one night?
Yeah, we woke up one night and it was 19 degrees. Brrr, it was cold.
But we did okay with that, didn't we, Sue?
Yeah, we had on 3 huge blankets and we had on our ski hats and we had on the electric heater for our mattress pad. It was pretty great. It really was.
We were warm the whole time.
But what I liked about that trip was it wasn't boring because we were in this giant high desert area.
Oh,
And when you
Lucy.
think desert, you think, oh, desert. But there were mountains on each side the whole way. It was a fantastic trip. Really was.
We were up in elevation between 4,500 and maybe 8,000 feet.
8,000 feet. Uh-huh.
Probably between those. We went through a couple times of snow.
Yeah.
One day we had very high winds in driving, and that was
that
a
was
challenge.
not
That was no fun at
No.
all. My van wanted to take off like a giant kite.
Yeah.
So anyway, we kept warm. But you know, one of the things that I really enjoyed about our trip
What?
was when we got to Bend, and we're coming from the east side into Bend, and there were actually some trees.
I know. Finding some trees after going through the desert for 2 days.
You know, I am truly a person who loves green around me, and believe me, this trip was just pretty exciting. But now I am going to pan around here if I can.
Yeah.
And there goes my hand over everything. Let's see if I can turn things around so that I can see the mountains and see what it is. We're going to be driving through the Cascades, and they were supposed to have 6 to 10 inches in the last 24, 36 hours, but we've waited till today because it's a bright sunny day, and we figure the pass is going to be great for going through, right, Sue?
Oh yeah.
But Susie,
What?
Susie, where are you?
Right here. Oh, well, let me tell you what we're going to do at Sisters. This is something that the sisters do all the time. We stop at the certain ice cream stand and we get licorice ice cream.
Yay! And Lucy, do you get to have some licorice ice cream?
I wonder. No, that's not for doggy.
But this will be our last video for the Adventurous Grannies for this particular trip.
Yeah.
So we hope you'll follow us again on another adventure. So this is the Adventurous Grannies saying over and